This song is here to remind you that you're never alone.
What goes in your heart today, it matters more than words that fade away. Like sunlight paints the world always, don't hide your eyes to skies a beautiful day. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love. Not alone. To find a heart that beats like yours, just give your heart to anyone in need. Spread the word, share the love, it's changing all that it can be. Don't be a one-man show and go ahead and share the love you hold inside. Don't think twice, don't think that you're alone. You're alone, you're not alone. When you know the key is to share the love. Not alone. You're not alone. You're not alone.
Well, good morning. Welcome to Agape. For those who are joining us for the first time, agape means unconditional love. Martin Luther King said, the love of God operating through the human heart. At Agape, what we understand love to be is acceptance. And we teach that when you can accept yourself as you are, not deny the parts of you, then all the parts of you, accept all of you, then you're in love. And when you're loving yourself, you can love others. So if you haven't checked in, please do so. Let me know you're out there. Say hi. Say hello, give me a heart, give me a thumbs up. Tell people where you're watching from, because we've got people all over the world watching these videos. And I think it's so great that this Agape community is becoming worldwide. Not becoming, it is worldwide. Because the message that we talk about is universal. It applies to everyone. You don't have to be baptized to get this message. You don't have to sign your life over. You don't have to do anything. What we talk about are natural laws, laws that work for everyone, that have always been around, that are working all the time for us. And so when you understand these laws, you can begin to consciously use them, and you step into the creator mode instead of the victim mode. And what we're all about as Agape is we're about being creators of our unique, most magnificent life. And so with that in mind, let's take a moment and let's slow down. So I invite you to get into a comfortable, seated, upright position with your back straight, your hands gently resting on your lap. Bring your awareness to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. And as you observe yourself breathing, ask, who is breathing me? It's not the body breathing me. It's not my conscious ego breathing me. Who is breathing me? It's a very difficult question. But it's that part of you that is infinite. It's that part of you that we call the soul. It's that part of you that is pure consciousness. It's the part of you that is part of the infinite. So as you're breathing right here and now in this moment, let your breath be a healing breath. A breath that moves in and brings nourishment, and as it moves out, it purifies. So if there's something in your life, in your body right now, that you're struggling with, I invite you to take 3 deep breaths in. And as you're breathing in, breathe in oxygen, breathe in life, breathe in light. And then on the exhale, allow that air to purify you. So let's begin. Take a deep breath in and release. Take a deep healing breath in and release. Take another deep breath in and release. Today, I want you to ask a question of your higher mind, of your divine mind. What is it that my inner being, my inner knowingness desires to experience and express today? What have I been holding back that today I want to express to be my most unique and perfect self? And for the next few moments, sit and just listen to what your higher consciousness, your heart, is saying. You may have gotten a feeling. You may have received a thought. But what has happened is you have planted a seed in infinite consciousness now that will grow, will become more, will actually become your life. Your job is to let it grow, to not hold it back, to not deny it, to not doubt it, to believe that it is now a full-grown demonstration in your life. Belief creates. You are the creator. And the power that creates all things responds directly to you. So fill your heart with gratitude to just be alive, gratitude for having planted the seed, gratitude for knowing that you can experience, have, and be more. And live this day in full gratitude for everything that happens, because everything is your consciousness perceiving. So when you're ready, bring yourself back to this time. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, maybe move your head around. Open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and welcome back. Well, today, I'm going to be talking about an individual topic. No series, but just an individual topic. And the topic today is spiritual healing in today's world. I'm watching people in my life, in my community. I'm watching my neighbors. And I'm going to tell you, there's never been a greater call for healing than there is right now. And when I talk about spiritual healing, I'm not talking about healing just physically. I'm not just talking about healing mentally. I'm talking about healing in relationships. I'm talking about healing with respect to our career. I'm talking about healing with respect to money. I'm talking about healing with respect to self-image. I'm looking at healing in every aspect of life. And so the basic idea behind all spiritual healing is that the individual, you, me, everyone, is spiritually perfect right here and right now. Yes, we're perfect right here and right now. It is the ego that judges, that says we're not perfect, that we've got to be like what society wants us to be, what our parents want us to be. And yet, no one on this planet was born to be like anyone else. We were all brought into this form, this physical form, as pure consciousness. And pure consciousness in and of itself is perfect. It doesn't need to shift, shape, become different, experience more. Right now, you are perfect. And so spiritual healing is the realization of that perfection. You see, the first step in spiritual mind healing is to know that it is possible. We must know that it is possible to heal, to reconnect. And of this, there can be absolutely no doubt. You see, spiritual healing does not happen if we doubt. Spiritual healing happens when we believe, when we eliminate any possibility of doubt. We must know the truth. When we know our truth, we become free. When we are free, we experience that which we desire. The key thing again is believe. We must believe that healing is possible. So if I believe that healing is possible for you, I must know that all of your thoughts, all of your words, all of your actions, and all of your feelings are now aligned with truth, that you are one with the infinite, that you are perfect in everything. And I would claim in that spiritual mind treatment I would do for you that your words, thoughts, actions, and feelings all align. And when you align, that is the belief that creates. And when we keep building that belief, we take it from consciousness, from consciously building it, we implant it in our subconscious, where it's working all the time. And when it's working all the time, we live in a state of well-being. You see, well-being is being in a state where everything is well, where we understand that everything is in balance. You see, we must build a consciousness of health, a consciousness of prosperity, a consciousness of peace. Building a consciousness is creating a mind focus, a mental atmosphere. And when we create that atmosphere, we attract to us that which we are. We don't do things, we become. And the doingness is a part of who we become. Does that make sense? We don't do to become, we become to do. And we build a state of consciousness of health. What would a healthy being be? What would they think? What would they speak? What would they feel? And how would they act? That's how you build consciousness. You see, we must make real effort to change our thinking, our emotional patterns through aggressively focused spiritual thinking. You notice I use the word aggressively. We must be aggressive. That's the only way that we can overcome these unconscious habits that are so deeply rooted. I know I have habits that have been deeply rooted for almost 70 years. And so in order for me to uproot them and to reinstall a new habit, I've got to be aggressive. Think about this. The habits that you've got today are the software program that's installed in your mind, which is your computer. So if you want to think differently, you've got to install a software update. You've got to rewrite the software in your mind, how your mind thinks, how your mind responds, how your mind feels, how your mind acts when a stimuli is put in front of it. That is the reprogram. That is aggressive work that we must do. We must overwrite it. To re-examine it over and over and over again, like most psychologists do, or psychiatrists, that doesn't serve you. That keeps you in the old software. We literally have to install a new program. We must build a total dedication to our healing, which is followed by a constant practice of the necessary techniques. Techniques are those things that we can do, practical things that we can do every day. Meditate, do affirmations, do affirmative prayer, be in gratitude, conscious focus, surrounding ourselves with like-minded people, spiritual or deep study, teaching what we want to experience. Greatest way to learn, to teach that which you desire to experience. Because to teach, you go deeper in, you build that belief at a different level. It is a total dedication to a way of being, which will attract a way of life and a life experience. It all begins and ends when we decide that we are healthy. We must make the decision. This is the work. But to decide to be healthy means you give up any possibility of anything other than total health, anything other than total prosperity, anything other than mutually supportive relationships. You cannot have the possibility. You cannot have a plan B. There's only one plan: total health, total connection. I know when I was in the corporate world, I was a director of financial planning and analysis for, 30 years of my career. And so I would do my plan, but I was always have a plan B, plan C, plan D. Guess what? In all my 30 years, we never made the original plan. Reason? We never were committed completely to it because we always had plan B, plan C, plan D. But if you only have plan A and you're committed to it, plan A will work. So it all begins and ends when we decide. You see, decision starts the process. Our determined consciousness then proceeds to empty all negatives out of our thinking. In other words, when we decide to move in a specific direction, our consciousness automatically starts to remove those things, the thoughts, actions, feelings that are not serving. Because why? We've made a decision. And those old thoughts, those old feelings, those old actions don't fit with the decision. So they can't be there because we have decided. We must remember that our physical disease did not occur overnight. And therefore, there will be a period of recovery. That's right. You don't get an instantaneous healing. There is a process of healing. It is the process of deciding, aligning all of your actions, your feelings, your thoughts toward the new. It's the process of installing the new software that you have now dedicated your life to. And with that dedication, you've changed. The change must occur. 6 weeks ago, I decided that I would move from my body fat level of 22.9%, and I would move to 18.5. Yesterday, 6 weeks, I vowed that I would measure my progress every 6 weeks. I moved from 22.3 to 20.9. I went down 1.4 percentage points. 6 weeks, I got about a third of the way to where I wanted to go. I rejoiced because I understand it's an evolution. It's not something that happens overnight. I did not go in with the expectation that I would have hit my goal. But here's what I do know. I do feel differently. I can tell the difference because I'm tuned into my body. And you say, Lee, why do you want 18.5? Who knows? I chose the number. I chose to be an elite athlete with 18.5 at 70 years of age. Now, if I'm an elite athlete and I'm 21, 18 and a half is a little high, but I'm 70. And I realize there's a difference in my evolution where I'm at than where a 21-year-old is or a 40-year-old. I'm being real with myself. I'm not putting an unrealistic expectation upon me. You see, our healthy attitude and our healthy expectation of a complete recovery is the greatest cooperative element we can bring to whatever healing modality we engage in. A healthy attitude, a healthy expectation of achieving the result, cooperating with natural laws. When we bring that, our success is guaranteed. We must develop a firm belief that we are worthy. We are worthy of being healthy, and that health is our natural state of being. Self-worth is the thing that we in humanity need more of today than any time I can remember. And self-worth means to accept yourself, to know that you have everything you need within you, and that the only person you need to please is you. And with that self-worth, oh my God, our life takes off. We must remember that our body and our life is in effect. And our job in healing is to go to the cause and change it. Here, my friends, is the key. All our power to heal comes through our consciousness, our awareness of our truth, of who we are. All healing is the result of the law of belief. What we believe with our full thought and feeling will and must happen in our experience. You are a microcosm of the infinite creative power. The very power that created this cosmos responds to you. The power of personal spiritual healing is the realization, following the recognition that you are one with all that is. As I look you in the eye, I see your truth. You are perfect, whole, and complete right here and right now. And as you see that truth for yourself through me or through your own eyes, your healing is assured. It can be no other way. It is done. So let's take this into spiritual mind treatment and know that there is only one. It is infinite, it is all-knowing, it is everywhere present. Call it God, Spirit, divine mind, infinite intelligence. It doesn't matter because words cannot define it. But what I do know, because it is infinite, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, I am one with it, as are each of you. And as we are one with this divine power, it responds to the nature of our thoughts. So the greater power is right where I am and right where you are. So I take that power within my consciousness and I claim my highest vision. I claim my highest vision for my perfect health, physical, my perfect health, emotional. I claim my perfect abundance. I claim my perfect relationships. I claim my perfect career path. I claim perfect clarity in everything I seek to understand. I pray and know perfect guidance right here and now as I continue to unfold this infinite consciousness that is Lee. And I know what I know about Lee, I know for you. Because I have to know that for you if I know it for Lee. Because we are both part of the one. We are not separate. We're unique, individualized expressions. So knowing this, I release the doubt, I release the conditions, I release anything that is unlike the word spoken. And when I release it, I can only go into a state of gratitude and giving thanks. I just bless my life. I bless your life. I bless life in all of its fullness because I understand that life is there to awaken us to experience more. So knowing that to be true, I bless it. I call it good and know it. And so it is. Amen. Well, gang, if you enjoyed this message, I invite you to make a contribution. Go online, click on the link right there in front of you. Make a donation to Agape. If you want to do it now, I appreciate it. Do it later. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com and make a donation to support our work because we are here for you and for everyone in the world. So here's a couple things you might also want to consider. I'm offering a class tomorrow night on how to do spiritual mind treatment to pray. It's 6 weeks. Everyone's invited to participate. Go to agapespiritualcenter.com to sign up for that class. That's on Monday nights for 6 weeks. On Tuesday nights for 7 weeks, I'm doing a class on how to create a healthy relationship. If you're interested in that, go to Agape Spiritual Center and sign up as well. Also, for those of you in Dallas, Fort Worth, next Sunday, we are going back live and in person at where? The Hyatt Regency at Stonebriar Mall. All of that information will be out on the website starting tomorrow. We'll be doing our meditation at 10 a.m., our service at 10:30. For all of those that are virtual members of Agape, we will still be providing you with a service here each and every Sunday because you are as much a part of our family as anyone that is local. We understand that our work is a worldwide spiritual community centered in living consciously and experiencing a fulfilled and meaningful life. And there's no better way to do it than with like-minded people. So as I look at you, I want you to know how much I value you, how much I love you. I am grateful. So I invite you to create the most fun week ever and do something fun today because you deserve it. Until next time.